I do feel like Bungie ultimately needed some sort of corporate structure to oversee them. Because listen, I don't like Activision, but Activision wanting a new game every couple of years with expansions does make sense the more you look at it. They just weren't willing to keep bankrolling it after, because really, if you want to start pointing fingers, it's the disastrous launch of Destiny 2. It's the launch of vanilla and how bad it was that first year. We all remember how bad launch was. We all remember how bad Curse of Osiris was. Warmind brought a few people back, but that's why they had to pull the grenade and say, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to reveal that we're killing Cade here now so that people get interested and come play again. Yes, players came back, but never to the amount that there were at the launch of D1 and D2, because ultimately a new game will always bring those people in. And I shouldn't even say always at this point, because it's pretty clear that I don't think it would have continued happening. I think that Bungie's name as a studio was probably tainted somewhere around the time of Beyond Light, if it hadn't been before that. The memes were already going around for years at that point about D1 vanilla. So where does that leave us? I think we have to just kind of enjoy what we've got. And I'm happy that we got 12 years with this franchise. It's honestly longer than I thought we were going to get. I
They
would
only
have put,
promised us 10.
I know they promised us 10 and none of us thought it was going to make it to 10.
I
Be
don't know
honest,
if
we were all
anything
like,
about
that's
it.
audacious. Four main releases in 10 years, like that's crazy. And now I look at it and I'm like, man, I kind of wish we would have just like stuck to that. It would have made it easier to contain story arcs and, progression and weapons and this and that. I'll
Uh,
always wonder what could have been.
yeah, I almost wonder if they could do like, and I know this is like a pipe dream and it would cost a lot of money to even do this, let alone a Destiny 3, but like almost like Assassin's Creed does, where like they have that Assassin's Creed hub, and like
Yeah.
they would do like the timeline of like, okay, well, you can play this campaign, or you can play this campaign, or you can play through this, some sort of version of this seasonal model or whatever, and then like as you progress, it like downloads the packages, or you can choose what you download or whatever. I don't know. It's
Which
just
is something that I've pitched for a long time. The
Mhm.
unfortunate part is we now know that through, various lawsuits, and it's hilarious. We had to find out that way that basically everything pre Shadowkeep no longer exists because it had to be rebuilt and it just no longer exists. Which I've become a conspiracy theorist that they were building stuff to bring forward because Pantheon Pantheon 2,
Mhm.
one of the rotations that you have, has Galran, Eater of Worlds, and Callus in it,
Mhm.
as the boss fights from each of those. I don't think you bring those forward without the intent of eventually bringing that back, because they had already said anything from those releases, they would have had to have completely remade by hand in order to bring forward.
Yeah.
So I will always wonder what I shouldn't even say for like pre-Forsaken. It's literally just everything from year one,
Mhm.
because all the Forsaken stuff technically came forward.
Mhm.
I
I know.
I will always wonder what could have been. Like, I can excuse not bringing Wrath of the Machine forward as much as that hurts. Like, whatever. That's like the last piece of like true D1 content that I would have wanted brought forward. I've always been clear about that. They hinted at it so many times that it was coming and then it just never did. Whatever. I'll get over that.